so loved. She was respectful and loving and accepting of everybody. And there's at least one young person here who used to come over to our house a great deal when we were in high school. And all of us, I think, had, in various ways, in some way, you could say all families are dysfunctional, all families are happy, whatever. They're all in different ways. And somebody famous did that, by the way, in a better way than I did. And I think that was true for a lot of our friends. And a place where they felt welcome and safe always was our house. And it was because my mom really took them as they were, in ways that no other normal adult would have. And people, I remember seeing my friends and I think the Tony's friends open up to her in ways that they wouldn't open up to anyone else, really, I'm sure. And I kept finding myself saying things to her that I really didn't mean or want to say. But she just had a way of kind of getting me to say these things. So that, and then, probably my earliest loving memory of her, and again, something that had a huge influence on my life, and I think on all my family's lives, was the way Kathleen and I learned to read. She used to read to us. And we would sit, as I remember, on either side of her, with her arms around her, and then the book in the middle. And she would read to us and show us the pictures. And I don't remember her teaching about phonetics or anything. The first thing I remember reading was something that I didn't actually know how to read. I had memorized because she read it so often to us. And that's how I remember reading. And when I think of reading again, because we were in her arms, and we were young. I was 5, she was 4, Kathleen was 4. I think of love. Again, when I think of reading, I feel, again, loved and safe and happy when I'm reading. And then, of course, she cared so much about humor. And I think as her life became more difficult, really, her middle years and then her later years, the thing that kept her going and the thing that she always had in the good times as well was her humor. And that is a big connector, I think, for a lot of us. And that was her, she saw that as a path to healing. And she spent a good part of her life showing that. And I'm hoping, because I have heard so many stories about how much she influenced people and the ways in which she influenced people and changed their lives. I'm hoping that some of you who have those stories will share that. Let's see, there was, and then, the other thing that I remember when she was older again that I found so annoying and later came to really appreciate is how she delighted in everything. Everything was new and exciting to her, and this was at a time when I was getting kind of blasé. But as I got older, and I realized that's another kind of secret to being young and loving your life and having a good life, is that curiosity and excitement and taking pleasure in so much. Okay, I'm going to finish up. I probably won't have anything more to say. I thought I would, but I won't. But I want to do 2 more things. One of them is I want to read a poem of my mom's, which is near the end of her Eating Roses book, if any of you have it, and it is in your program. And then I'm going to do something. I'm going to talk about scarves, about me as a woman. Okay, this is the poem. Lost and found. Alas, I've lost my innocence, and most of my illusions. Dreams are scattered everywhere by reality's intrusion. Unless I'm looking backward, I have no more perfect vision, nor can I see with clarity my life's grand sense of mission. I've lost my 24-inch waist. Size 6 is far behind me. I often lose my train of thought. Won't someone please remind me? My glasses, my wallet, and my keys are where? The clothes for the cleaners, are they already there? I've lost the will to work all day and cope with kids all night. And now I just have to think about it. When did the kids take flight? As aches and pains and gravity on my body take their toll, my laugh lines growing stronger bind fast my ragged soul. One dream fades, another's found. Something begins, something ends. I think I found a miracle. My children are my friends. I see the flames of passion are very nearly spent, but in the glowing embers I can find a deep content. present's more exciting as I give up the past. Security may never be, but love and friendship last. Okay, a couple more things. This is sort of housekeeping. There are little packets of scarves back there. Please help yourselves. There are little cards that are the cover on my mom's book, Eating Roses. If you would like one or more, please take them. There is a memory table I'm sure you all found by now. Photos of my mom when she was young, some photos of us and other family. Anything else?
You all know that she wrote the book, Take Time to Eat the Roses, and a dear friend of our family's made chocolate roses. So you must make sure and eat the chocolate roses that are back there on the table. It would mean a lot to Mom. And Mom wanted this to be a joyous occasion. She said she did not want a funeral. She did not want a memorial. She did not want an Irish wake because there'd be too much drinking. And she, a little bit, in fact, a little bit is important because she wants us all to share her favorite drink of scotch and water. But she prefers tall. And what she would say is that everything that she enjoyed in life, she wants us to enjoy as we celebrate her bon voyage. And she would tell me, she would say, you know, I don't know what I want to call this, but I know I'm going on to my next great adventure and I want people to celebrate that. And I said, well, Mom, that's a bon voyage. And she said, oh my God, it is. And so we invite you to enjoy the egg rolls that she loves so much and her Hispanic copita that she loves so much. And very shortly, we will be bringing out her ice cream. And I have to tell you just a sort of sad, funny story. Toward the end of her life, she was ready to go. She was really looking forward to it. So that's important for you to know so that you don't feel trauma around her departure. She was very much ready to go, but she couldn't find a way. And so she would ask everybody, she'd ask her doctor, she'd chastise her doctor for not helping her find a way out of her body. And she would ask everybody, several people told her, all you need to do is just stop eating and drinking for a week, and you'll be able to leave your body. And so she thought, I got it, right? So she goes to her doctor and she says, guess what? I found a way out. You can't stop me. And he said, well, what are you going to do, Ellie? And she said, I'm going to stop eating and drinking. That's all I have to do. And he says, you know that means that you can't have ice cream. No. And she said, no. And that was the end of that plan. Life without ice cream was not going to happen for her. So we will be bringing out her two favorite flavors of chocolate fudge and chamocha in just a little while for all of us to enjoy.
Okay, I know I was talking for a long time, and I am almost done, I swear. First of all, I want to say, I think ice cream was the last thing she ate, I'm pretty sure it was, yeah. And the other thing I want to say is, I do thank everybody, I want to especially thank Kathleen and Tony, and Kathleen above all, because Kathleen was my mom's caregiver. And there was more that I was going to say about that, but she was, so that was really important. And this is the other thing. She's the executor of the estate, and she's the one who did most of the planning for tonight. So she has really, we just have a lot to be grateful for. We're grateful for each other, and we're especially grateful for our mother and for our sister Kathleen. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to invite Ellie to come up and juggle these things.
And if you don't have scarves, get some and juggle.